Bringing order from chaos. That is the mission of the Azorius Senate. Without the extensive legal code crafted and enforced by the Azorius, society would crumble, transforming Ravnica into a field of rubble where the Gruul and the Rakdos do whatever they please. The Azorius carry this weighty responsibility with stoic pride, and they perform their work of legislation, investigation, and enforcement with steely determination. This is the Azorius Senate. Rules, keywords, and mechanics. My name is Jared. I am a level 1 judge, and this is TMMTG. Addendum. Addendum is an ability word introduced in Ravnica Allegiance for the Azorius. Spells with Addendum have additional or alternative effects if you cast the spell during your main phase. Addendum is found on instants or cards with flash. The most recent appearance of Addendum is in the Streets of New Capenna commander decks with Contractual Safeguard. Contractual Safeguard is unique amongst Addendum spells, as the main phase effect occurs before the standard effect. Addendum effects happen as part of the resolution of a spell and in the order that they appear on the card. For example, Emergency Powers will always have its standard effect happen before the Addendum effect. In addition, no player gets priority in between these two effects and cannot respond. If a player counters a spell with an Addendum, then neither the standard or Addendum effect will occur. If a player casts a spell with Addendum, but then copies that spell while it's on the stack, the copy will not get the Addendum effect, since the copy was never cast. Detain. Detain is a keyword action that was introduced in Return to Ravnica for the Azorius. Certain spells and abilities can detain a permanent. Until the next turn of the controller of that spell or ability, that permanent cannot attack or block, and its activated abilities cannot be activated. Activated abilities include a colon and are written in the form of cost: effect. No one can activate any activated abilities of a detained permanent, including mana abilities. While Detain stops activated abilities, static abilities and triggered abilities of a detained permanent can still trigger. If a creature is already attacking or blocking when it is detained, it won't be removed from combat. It will continue to attack or block as normal. If a permanent's activated ability is on the stack when that permanent is detained, the ability will be unaffected. If a non-creature permanent is detained, such as Gideon Blackblade, and later turns into a creature, it won't be able to attack or block, and with Gideon, his loyalty abilities cannot be activated. When a player leaves a multiplayer game, any continuous effects with durations that last until the player's next turn, or until a specific point in that turn, will last until that turn would have begun. They neither expire immediately nor last indefinitely. Forecast. Forecast is a keyword ability of cards from the Azorius Guild in Dissension. A Forecast ability is a special kind of activated ability that can be activated only from a player's hand. It's written Forecast-activated ability. A Forecast ability may be activated only during the upkeep step of the card's owner and only once each turn. The controller of the Forecast ability reveals the card with that ability from their hand as the ability is activated. That player plays with the card revealed in their hand until it leaves the player's hand, or until a step or phase that isn't an upkeep step begins, whichever comes first. Activating a Forecast ability doesn't cause the card to leave its owner's hand. Unless the card with the Forecast ability on it leaves its owner's hand, that card remains continuously revealed from that time the ability is announced until the upkeep step ends. When a card that's been revealed to activate a Forecast ability leaves its owner's hand, it stops being revealed. If that happens before the Forecast ability resolves, it will resolve as normal. A player may activate the forecast ability of any number of cards during their upkeep. However, the forecast ability of any card in that player's hand may be activated a maximum of once during that upkeep. If a player plays a card's forecast ability, then that card leaves that player's hand, and then the card is returned to that player's hand all during the same upkeep, the card is considered a new object. The player may then activate that card's forecast ability again during that upkeep. The brutes are at the gate, chaos is looming, and the only thing standing in your way of disaster is the foundation of law and order, as embodied in the Azorius Senate. You are now a proud member of the Azorius Guild, which both enacts and enforces the laws that make Ravnican society function smoothly and safely. If you abuse this privilege, though, you will be reported to the proper authorities.